The iPhone 17 is here, and once again, Apple wants us to believe this is the future of smartphones. You've seen the headlines, the glitzy launch event, the breathless reviews, shiny titanium, lightning-fast chip, cameras that can probably spot aliens on Mars. On paper, it sounds like perfection, but when you actually use it, that's when the cracks start showing. So let's break it down. The good, the bad, and the "why did I spend $1,200 on this" moments. And trust me, it's not as straightforward as Apple wants you to believe. Let's kick things off with what I like to call the Emperor's New Clothes syndrome. Apple, bless their cotton socks, are masters of marketing. They'll roll out features like they've just discovered fire, but when you peel back the layers, it's often just more of the same. The iPhone 17, iPhone 17 Pro, Pro Max, and even the new Air model, they all boast the A19 or A19 Pro chip. Faster, more efficient, which, let's be real, is about as surprising as the sun rising in the east. Your iPhone 16 was already a beast, blazing through apps like a hot knife through butter. Are you really going to notice the nanosecond difference in loading times? Unless you're rendering 8K films on your phone for Hollywood, this is a solution looking for a problem. Then there's the Pro Motion Display, 120Hz for everyone. Cue the confetti! But seriously, guys, Android phones have had high refresh rate screens in mid-range devices for years. Apple bringing it to the base iPhone 17 now feels less like innovation and more like finally catching up to the pack after dragging their feet. It's like getting a thank you note 2 years after you gave the gift. Nice gesture, but where was this party when we actually needed it? For many, it's not a game changer. It's just parody. Now, let's talk turkey. Or rather, let's talk about how the iPhone 17 series is going to make your wallet cry uncle. We're looking at prices starting at $799 for the base model, jumping to a staggering $1,099 for the Pro, and an eye-watering $1,199 for the Pro Max. The new iPhone Air, replacing the Plus, is still north of $1,000 at $999. That's not just a phone. That's a down payment on a small car in some places. This isn't just a premium anymore. It feels like Apple is pricing their devices for people living in a different economic reality. For the Pro models, are you really a professional filmmaker who needs ProRes RAW and Genlock support? Are you genuinely utilizing that new 8x optical zoom to photograph wildlife from a mile away? Or are you, like 99% of us, mostly taking pictures of your cat and your dinner? Let's be honest. For the average user, paying hundreds of dollars extra for features you'll never touch is just throwing money down the drain. It's the equivalent of buying a Formula One car just to drive to the grocery store. Overkill? Much? Every new iPhone launch is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And sometimes you get a mouthful of disappointment. We're already seeing whispers and some pretty loud shouts about the classic early adopter blues. Overheating? Check. Reports are already coming in, especially for the Pro and Air models, that these phones are running hotter than a $2 pistol. Apple might blame the aluminum frame for better dissipation, but if it's still scorching your hand, what's the point? Then there's the perennial battery drain. Every new iOS version, every new iPhone, and it seems we're collectively holding our breath to see if battery life will be a pleasant surprise or a crushing disappointment. Early indications suggest the iPhone 17 might be a bit of a power guzzler, especially with that always-on, super bright display. It's like watching your phone's percentage drop faster than a lead balloon. And let's not forget the good old software glitches. App crashes, random reboots, Bluetooth dropouts, Wi-Fi acting like it's allergic to connection. It's almost a rite of passage for new iPhones. And frankly, at these prices, it feels like we're beta testing for Apple. Now, for the million-dollar question, do you really need to upgrade? And my answer for most of you is a resounding no. Look, if you're rocking an iPhone 16 or even an iPhone 15, your phone is still a powerhouse. The camera is still fantastic, the screen is beautiful, and the processor is still chewing through tasks without breaking a sweat. Upgrading feels less like a necessity and more like succumbing to FOMO, fear of missing out. It's like having a perfectly good car and trading it in just because the new model has slightly different taillights. You're essentially paying a premium for marginal gains. And for those with an open mind, let's quickly acknowledge the elephant in the room: Android. While this video focuses on decision of buying the iPhone 17, it's worth noting that the competition is hotter than ever. Pixel, Samsung, OnePlus, they're all bringing incredible innovation, often at more competitive prices, and in some cases with features that Apple is still innovating towards. It's a good reminder that Apple isn't the only game in town. So there you have it, guys. The iPhone 17 series, while undoubtedly powerful and sleek, feels more like a refinement than a revolution. The price tag is steeper than Everest. The innovations are often catch-ups, and the potential for early-stage bugs is always looming. For most people, your current phone is perfectly capable, or an older, cheaper iPhone offers far better value. My advice? The iPhone 17 is powerful, but it's clearly not ready, and it is certainly not worth the massive price tag. Let Apple fix the battery drain, the cellular flaws, and the AI bugs on someone else's dime. If you're upgrading from a much older iPhone, it's a solid choice. But if you already own a recent model, or if you care about value, this probably isn't the smartest buy. It's not a bad phone, it's just not the best deal. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this unfiltered breakdown, hit like, subscribe for more no-nonsense tech reviews, and let me know in the comments. Are you buying the iPhone 17 or skipping this one? Until next time, stay savvy, stay smart, and don't let the marketing gurus trick you.